I've tried to be pretty good at kind of picking up where we left off, but this is not where we left off, and I have a reason for that. I actually have a reason that I can give. Jesus, that was unnecessary. And the reason is I turned off the recording, and then I like just got up and left my computer. And the thing is I turned off the recording, but I didn't turn off Minecraft. So the game just kind of stayed on in the background while I just sat there AFK. And surprisingly enough, didn't die. Still kicking. Which is, I think that's impressive. So here we are in the craft. And I was thinking, since we're here, I don't actually remember what I was going to do this episode. I don't even remember really where we left off. I guess the first thing to do would be check, like, how much stuff we have. Like, how much iron, how much whatever. Built the farm. I remember building the farm. I do remember that. Oh, okay. I remember doing that. I remember that. Yep. Ooh, okay. Okay. I definitely used up all my iron, didn't I? No, there's a little bit left. Okay. And I can probably turn it. We have that much iron, which isn't not too bad. Gold. Something I used to do when I was like a later teenager was to store things. I would store certain blocks that I had like a lot of. And I'm sure you now know what I'm about to do after I just failed to make the block correctly, but I used to do this a lot. I don't remember where I picked it up from, but I think I was just like, oh shit, I need to store shit in a better capacity, and then I thought of that. And you can, unless they changed it and I'm fucked, no, you can still resort it back, so it is just a good way to store it. Anyway, I remembered to record this episode because I wanted to talk about something maybe a little bit different. And I thought about, I bought Baldur's Gate 3 today, and it's been really fun. And I was reading the patch notes to the new Project Zomboid update, and I realized, wow, you know, it would be a really, good game for this sort of Minecraft thing that I'm doing is Project Zomboid. It's a perfect game for it. So I think I might start doing Project Zomboid once that new update comes out, because that new update looks cool. It's got like, they're adding animals, they're adding different, types of darkness. I'm very excited for the new Project Zomboid update. So I think I'm going to probably record that when it comes out. And if it kind of does well, if people kind of latch onto it the same way they liked this, then maybe I'll keep doing it. Something that just came to my mind just now was Project Zomboid is also really good for kind of like hyper edited, and I know that is not the style I am going for, but some kind of like consistent story thing, like an ARG of some kind. I think that would probably be pretty popular. Not popular, like not like project views popular, but like popular among, that is what's popular right now, I guess is what I was trying to say. I think the one thing I always forget is that they added turtles to Minecraft. This is the one feature that just, like, holy shit. I forgot they added this. This was in the sea update, the water update, right? I think this is a great addition, by the way. I just want to make that part clear. This is a great addition. Thank you, turtles. But I just always forget they're there. Turtles are not a creature that I think of when I think of Minecraft, I guess is like the point I'm getting to. Even though I have like put time into, I guess, interacting with them, because they came out well within my time of playing the game. I hope I'm not competing for game audio right now. I'm gonna just keep it on the volume that it's at. You know, I'll actually turn the music and just assume that it is too loud. I don't hear a difference. I don't hear the difference that made. And I'm not noticing that much of a difference on the audio side either. I'm sorry, gamers. I'm sorry, chat. Okay, now I'm seeing a slight audio difference. Now I'm seeing, oh. No, I'm not hearing an audio difference. It sounds just as loud to me, but I'm seeing it like on the. I'm seeing it on OBS, is what I was saying. Also, what are you doing? Oh shit! You can't do that. Can't do that. It's so over for you once this stupid shield or the stupid warm-up is done. I can't stand this version of combat, but I don't want to just download like a hyper modded version of 1.7 or 1.8. I can't remember which one is the combat update. Was that 1.9? Or was it 1.8? One before it is the one I'm thinking. Just download a bunch of modded shit where it's like, oh yeah, you know, 1.7 plus or 1.8. I can't remember. I like. There is a 50-50 shot in my brain that the one prior to the combat update is 1.7, and there's a other 50-50 shot in my brain. The other 50%, I should say, is saying that it's 1.8, not 1.7. But I don't know. I do not remember. So if any Minecraft heads can come in here and tell me when the combat update was added. I know it was when elytras were added, but that doesn't help me narrow it down. I see like the announcement image in my head that everyone puts up when they're like, this is the worst Minecraft update, and I can see 1.8 and 1.9. So I don't. Did they never were like Minecraft 2.0. It was just like Minecraft 1.11, which is like less than 1.1, but we don't need to talk about that. I guess version 11 after point. That's how they're like chapter 1, episode 11 is what they're trying to like imply. Maybe I don't know. Buy food. I have 2 apples and a golden apple, and that's my food choice. Maybe this is the getting food episode. That was the commenter's concern when they were like, you will have sustainable infrastructure. Maybe that was what the commenter was trying to say. Coal. I was kind of expecting this cave to go deeper since there's a lava pit down there, but I think the way lava is distributed is different now, I guess, because... Oh, also, thank you to the commenter who told me all of the, like, coordinates that ores spawn at. Unfortunately, I forgot. And I turned on the recording, not thinking to, like, pull it up and say thank you and talk about it. And I'm not going to alt-tab out of the game to, like, go find it, or even worse, like, just stop playing and go on my phone. I feel like that is, like, kind of a sin for the kind of content that I'm trying to do. So I will try to remember. I will try to remember to, Sorry, I bet I could connect these 2 waters and make a big island out of this, because of that island peninsula thing we were talking about. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I will try to remember to write them down next to next to my desk, or in some meaningful way that I will remember before I record, to talk about the coordinates at which ores spawn, and maybe even adapt it usefully into the gameplay. But that is not the reality we live in, unfortunately, for this episode of of the Minecraft series. So thank you for putting that comment, and I hope you are watching, because I want you to know that I do remember now, 10 minutes into the recording, that I should have probably pulled it up. there's some sheep over there, and I bet that would be a sustainable food source. I'm also realizing that I probably have food at my house that is just in a chest. And I'm also side realizing that I could build a barn and keep animals in there. That I don't know if you heard that noise that was just made. I hope not, but that was my my heat. So if you heard the little like mechanical noise, that was my heat kicking. I think on. Might have been off. I think it was actually off. Wait. So I can't tell if it's my PC making that noise or the heat. Cause I got a couple fans on my computer. I got like 4 fans, I think. That kind of makes a lot of noise sometimes. My partner was just complaining that it was making too much noise, actually, the other night. I said, Ben, computer kept me up, and I apologized profusely. And then they said, and also you pushed me off the bed in your sleep. Which I feel really bad about, but that's apparently true. I woke up also. Okay, I woke up after this happened, and they were sitting at the edge of the bed. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Yeah." You want to get back into bed? And they're like, "Yeah." And they got back into bed. And the next morning, they tell me that I had, in my sleep, and at this point we know that it's in my sleep. Like I'm a repeat offender with like just being a very restless sleeper. I once like threw them off of me and screamed, they're in the trees. So I don't know what I was dreaming about. I don't know what kind of fucked up nightmares that I have. I don't know what I'm fighting, what war is going on in my noggin, but I know it's not good. Like, I know I feel like I have to fight. Comment down below if you've experienced this in any way. I don't know where this what I don't know what dark urge compelled me, but please, if you experience this as well, please comment below and let chat know. More iron. We have enough for another block. My goal is to have an anvil at some point. Not now, but also a blast furnace would be cool. But that is just going to require so much more iron. And I once again, I unfortunately did not. I did not save that comment for this episode. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to build that barn this episode. It's going to be barn time. And then we'll go from there. Right? And we'll go from there. My first thought is to kind of just terraform this area to make it flatter for a barn. Because I think my goal is to, once I take down that forest, is to kind of build a town over on that island. Or isle, I guess I'll call it. I don't really know what to call that massive land. But definitely town is what I want to go for. I remember seeing a town, I think that way. I shouldn't do that. I'm sorry if you have epilepsy and that triggered something. Please comment below so I can feel bad about that. But yeah, I think it's that way. I'm not entirely sure. I kind of want to go now and explore a village, but I already said that the plan for this episode now is barn, and we only have about 20 minutes left on the recording session, so I will try to keep it. Oh, by the way, nothing's impeding me from making these longer. Other than the fact that, like, I assume people don't want to listen to me yap for 2 hours. Like, straight up 2 hours. I can imagine maybe binging these for 2 hours wouldn't be too bad if you're, like, driving or something. But, like, straight up 2 hours of just a video, like, I don't want to have to sit through that. Like, these 25 minutes, I try to make them to be convenient. Maybe you can listen to them in your morning routine or something, but, like, 2 hours, that's too damn long. That's too much of a yap sesh. No one's going to get through that. I think this one time this was in like a private conversation. Somebody was talking about how insane it was that I watched all of Ted Nivison's videos. And I was like, well, did you watch the end where I like talked about it and like got to like the what I learned from it? And they were like, no, I didn't finish the video. Oh yeah, that video isn't up now anymore. I feel like maybe that one could probably go up again. Probably a few that were actually a couple videos I might sift through now and probably unlist them. Oh, the only problem is I think that'll like notify everybody that I uploaded. So I'll just spam all like 450 of you. Like, Ben, what you just uploaded, Ben, what you just uploaded, Ben, what you just uploaded, Ben, what... Can I upload silently? Is there, like, an option to not notify viewers? I'll check that. I'll see if that's an option. And then I'll decide whether or not I want to unlist a bunch of old Ben, what you... I wanted to make a public playlist that had all of the unlisted videos, because I remember back in the day that was a way to get around unlisting videos. Is like, hey, here are all of my old videos in a playlist, in a public playlist that you can find on my channel, and watch all of them. They just won't pop up if you go to the videos tab. I don't know why I just made this little shape, but now I want to make it like a well. So I think I'm going to make this into a little well. Like a spring of water, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know what I just got the urge to creative urge that you only get playing the craft, but I don't know what I could do with it. I really got to focus on building this barn. So we'll just forget about that and then get back to it at a more trying to think of a certain word. I don't know. I think I've done this a lot now where I just like try to think of a word that I just can't think of. The word I was trying to think of, by the way, was convenient, more convenient time. And we will return to that in a more convenient time. Some of the new Minecraft music, I might have said this before, is so like... Some of the new Minecraft music that I hear, and I don't want to be putting down anybody by saying it, so don't, like, the person that made the music did a very good job. I want to say that first. The person who made the new Minecraft music did a good job. It sounds nice, it's pretty, it's cozy, I like listening to it. It does not invoke the exact same feeling to me that the newer Minecraft music, or the older Minecraft music did. Not the newer. But the newer Minecraft music's still good. This is a banger. Like, this right here is a banger. Does it sound the same as, like, Sweden? I don't want to say what, like, I'm gonna call it, like, it sounds more like pseudo Minecraft music. Like, it's trying to sound like Minecraft music. I don't know. Maybe they really did, like, try to make it sound unique or something, but I don't, that's my, like, my 2 cents. I also think they did a good job. I like, that is not an insult, but it also just sounds like such an insult to call it pseudo Minecraft music. Because I think at the end of the day that feeling just comes down from like C418's work being kind of not, you know, like replicatable. It's just that kind of good. But also I could see how like the artist who made it would be like, fuck you. And that's fair. So I don't mean any offense. Nobody go and like call out the artist and be like, this YouTuber with 200 subscribers and their thumb up their ass with no music experience called your Minecraft music bad. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. That's why I spent like the first 30 seconds prior to saying what the negative sounding thing I had to say, glazing it. Yeah, I think that's tall enough for like a barn. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5. That's one too tall. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are all the same height. This is exactly how you build a barn IRL, by the way. Exactly how you do it. I'm using birch now because I don't have enough oak. I do have enough oak, but I don't, and I have more birch. So I'm using birch along with the regular oak. I just got taken to this this little flashback of this smaller YouTuber, bigger than me, but like smaller relatively to how big YouTubers can get now. Is you do like YouTubers are at the point where they are micro celebrities. Like you can get to that size now. So smaller YouTuber who was saying that they were getting comments on their like texture packed Minecraft videos saying like, oh, this world only looks good because of the texture pack. And I think that's kind of cope. Like that tells me you can't build very well. Because who cares if they're using a texture pack? Like, do you need to stick to vanilla games that hard? You haven't modded a game once? You never once thought about adding a skin to your PC port of Batman Arkham Knight? Wow. See, I have like 200 of them bitches. I was talking to my sister the other night. We were talking about Baldur's Gate 3. And when a couple like years before, I talked about how I like to mod games. It's like a small hobby, I think, like actually downloading and modding games, because like sometimes that shit takes a while. Like not all games make it easy. They're like, especially some of those older Bethesda games, they can be kind of a hassle to get them up and running. Those are the easier games to mod. Those are the games that have like huge communities modding for them already. So like, can't fucking imagine some of these more complicated games that really actually take the soul out of you when you have to mod them. Oh, I really like this texture pack. I don't care if anybody comments angrily about my texture pack. This texture pack goes crazy. I need to remember to keep putting the texture pack in the description of these videos too. I think I did forget to do that for one of these. I apologize for doing that. I'll make sure that I put the description in for this texture pack in this video. That is a very important thing to do. Make sure you credit mod authors when you can. Trying to think of what I was gonna build. Fences or what I was gonna. The only problem is I'm running out of birch wood. Cut down more trees. We're running out of time. Are we at 23 minutes or 30? We're at 23 minutes. Okay. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. We're at 33 minutes. It's like, well, time to pack up and go. I can probably finish everything but like the roof. Maybe. Cutting down trees can take a while. Especially, I'm gonna only be going for birch. Again, I don't cut down a lot of birch trees. Should I go for oak fences since we already have the regular oak planks, or should I go for birch fences? Because that changes the trees we're cutting down as well. I think I'm just going to stick to birch. Just to keep the plank look consistent. Meanwhile, the oak can kind of... I think as long as the logs are different, you can get away with that sort of like switching it out. The consistency, but once you kind of switch out the planks themselves, it might look a little dicey. So once the fences are more of an offshoot of the planks than they are the logs, we'll just stick to the planks. Or the birch. I don't know if that made sense. I hope that made sense. I think I slowed down a little bit too much to get it out. I have to think about what I say sometimes. I remember one time my roommate and I were like riffing back at each other, and I had a really good insult, but I had to like let my brain process it. So I said it really slowly, and he looked at me and he was like, "Ben, that would have been fire if you just like said it a little bit faster." And I was like, "I know." We had a good laugh about. We had a good fucking giggle about that one. He was so honest about it. He's like, Ben, that would have been absolutely flames if you just if you just sped up a little bit. And I'm like, yeah. That's entirely true. That's an entirely true statement. I've always kind of been that way though. I've never been like snappy. Like something will come to my head, but like it'll be part of the words, and I'll know that like the statement that I'm trying to make, but like the rest of the words need to take a second. Or what happens like a lot of the times when I'm recording and I just forget the word that I'm thinking of. So I'll be like, "Oh yeah, this word," but I can't remember it. Um I remember one guy told me he thinks that's what people with large vocabularies do because they are trying to think of like a word in their pantheon. But in my opinion, I think I'm just stupid, and I think I'm just stupid, and I forget words. To be honest, I don't think that's my issue. It'd be cool if that was my issue, but like I don't think that's me. Like I'm more honest with myself. I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh, you ugly son of a bitch. You know, like I know who I am. Um, and who I am is not smart. I'll never claim to be smart. And if I am, I'm lying. A little bit more birch wood to grab. Then I think we can finish off with 2 stacks of birch. I think we can finish off the barn. Maybe even the roof. If we use stairs, maybe. Like just keep it a really simple like barn shape with the stair roof. Oh wait, now I want to make the stairs out of regular oak. Nah. Just keep the similar color, but I'm not gonna do that because we're already committing to the birch thing, and I have 8 minutes of recording time before I feel like I'm making these too long. Let's get back to the base and make sure that we get this done. I feel weird calling my current like cabin a base. At some point, I'm going to. I guess it's more like a hut, isn't it? It's not even really a cabin. A cabin's made of wood. Um, but we're gonna move. I like to build when I make worlds like a starter area, almost like a tutorial area. Then I like to move on from it and build something else, like a new base. Uh, Very rarely when playing this game do I ever actually get to that new base um point. I think I always like stop playing in the middle of building the base, or I think of the idea of the base and I never actually get to it. Which is didn't mean to do that. Which is the most Zoomer shit ever. I feel like us Zoomers really got it bad with the whole attention span thing. I remember a teacher one time laying it out really smart with us because and it is I I think something that is important with being a teacher is respecting your students. And I remember even like straight up telling this teacher this at some point because he was like explaining himself as to like why he gets so much respect, and one of the reasons is because he's a man. Don't get it twisted. Like um, I think, like if you're a woman and you're teaching and you try to take the advice that I am giving you, you might as well throw that out the window because men are just taught not to respect women. Um, but because he was a man and his job was slightly easier than than women, um, he commanded a lot of respect in his classroom, but even more than like some of the other male teachers. And I think the reason, and I remember like saying in class, the reason that is because he always treated us like adults. You know, he wouldn't. If somebody had a reputation for not getting assignments, and he wouldn't treat them lesser. If somebody messed up or did something stupid, he would pull you aside afterwards after he's a little less mad and say, you realize why you can't do that, right? He's done that. He did that with me at a certain point. I was doing something stupid as a teenager that I shouldn't have been doing, and he got mad and he yelled at us, and then he pulled us aside later, or pulled me aside specifically later and said, I want you to know that I was mad because I am responsible for you, and you understand why I can't do that, why you can't do that. I've had female teachers do the same thing, and I try to respect, and I've always respected that too, but specifically for him as a male teacher, a lot of male teachers actually don't do that because of the fact that, I mean, I think it's fair to say that that respect thing with men kind of gets lost when they have to apologize sometimes. So with that male teacher thing, like, I think that kind of goes out the window when they do mess up. At times, not always. Again, with the teacher that I'm talking about specifically now, always really good at just listening. And again, one time I was just saying, like, it's because you treat us like adults. It's because you trust us. Like, that becomes a two-way street. That's why we like you. That is why you command so much respect. There was a story I was in the middle of telling, but I got too distracted by amping up this guy's character that I forgot the story that I was telling. About this guy's class. Yikes. I do this a worrying amount, and maybe I'll never remember. Somebody's gonna comment because they know that I've made it so clear that I don't. Like, someone who's really enticed about the story that I was about to tell, or whatever I was about to say, that's gonna comment, like, you were talking about this. And then in the next video, I'll continue the story. Or it'll just come back to me in the middle of recording. But I unfortunately don't remember what I was talking about, and as I say stuff, it just kind of goes to the void. So, I'm just gonna stick with that. Great teacher, though. I really want to remember what I was the jive of what I was gonna say about him, because I think I had like a point to explain, like, backing up his character, why, you know, his teacher was so well respected. But I don't remember the story really at all what I was about to say. This barn, I was hoping it would be done by this episode, but we're really reaching that point, and now I'm not sure it will be done. But I am stopping to talk about that instead of continuing to work on it. So maybe I'm pushing myself into this corner by procrastinating on important work. Guess I could probably start by getting rid of shit in my inventory. Another part of the problem is I just forget to think. Okay, we need to make a roof. We need to go to bed once it's nighttime, so I guess we'll just wait for that. But we need to make a roof, and we need to... No, I think we just need the roof. Okay. Yeah, we just need the roof, gamers. Barn doesn't need... I also recently got a comment talking about how popular like non-commentary, you know, recordings can be. And I never really thought of that because most people I know, including myself, like, prefer the kind of let's play angle of, like, watching people play games. But now that I think about it, I see why that would be popular. It's just to like see the game being played. But like I think I said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't think I'm that. You see, like I don't think I'm good enough at the game. You see, like I don't think I'm good enough at the game. You see, to like back up the idea of just no commentary. But I also say all the time that I'm not like good enough to do commentary because I fuck up the commentary while playing the game. I don't know. I'm running out of stairs faster than I thought I would. This is very unfortunate for me. I think I always undershoot the amount of blocks that I think I'll need because I used to always play in creative mode. Okay. Do you think I don't even know who added stairs, but do you think whoever added stairs to Minecraft knew that they'd like be used as roofs? Roofs, I guess I should say. Or do you think it was like a total accident? Like, oops, people are just gonna use this as a roof. They're very clearly not meant to be roofs. I remember when I was a kid, I found out that like I think I might have brought this up before. Mojang, like certain members of Mojang regretted adding slabs to Minecraft because it was like straying too far from the whole block thing. Just weird. It's a half block. Like it's not like you just added a fucking circle, like an orb, and you're like, yeah, Minecraft. Like no, not what happened. It's a half block. It still counts. But from the other angle, I can also understand the other like aisle. It's like, well, they're like a big part of this game's aesthetic is the fact that you're block. I don't think the stairs removes that block aesthetic at all, but I see the other angle artistically. I don't know. Minecraft as an art form is such a complicated conversation, I feel. I think this is how I did it. Did I do an overhang? I did do an overhang. This is not how I did it. I did like okay. I think actually this will probably row. We've reached a silent portion of the episode because now I just need to get this shit done. We're no longer in like commentary portion. Shit. All right, I think it's over, gang. I think it's time to call it a rest. I think we will finish this unfortunately not finished barn next episode, which means that I am going to end it right here. So that way I spawn and immediately go, oh, I gotta finish this barn. Oh, I gotta finish the barn. And I'll feel bad. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry that I went over the time limit. I try to keep it within that 35-minute timer. And if you were expecting a bit more commentary, I apologize also. But sometimes it just comes down to wanting to finish your barn. If you get my meaning, you know. I don't know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully in a little bit less time than this one. See ya.